So next I'd like to go in and add this navigation bar. So let's create a new branch for that. So we're on the master branch here in our exceptional realty bootstrapped project. Let's go ahead and say git checkout -b, and let's create one called Navbar. Okay. And what I'd like to do is I would like to leverage Bootstrap's components. So if we come to the top of the page here in Bootstrap and we select components, on the side here there's one called Navbar. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And you can see the code here for the default Navbar. And it's going to look like this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click this copy button in the upper right hand corner of the example, and that's going to save all of this code here for us. Alright, so I'm going to jump back over to Sublime Text, and I'm going to go to my index.html page inside of the Exceptional Realty Bootstrapped project. And we're going to scroll down to the navigation bar area. So previously inside the container I created a row and a column that's spanning 12 across the row, and we just wrote navigation bar as place filler text. Now we're going to actually paste in that code. Okay, and I can see it didn't nest this properly, so I'm going to highlight all this code. Let's see, there's a lot of it. All the way up to here, looks like, and then we're going to hit tab and tab that in to nest it properly inside of this opening and closing nav element. So they're using the HTML5 element nav. Here and here. So this is the ending of the nav bar, quite a lot of code, and the beginning of the nav bar there. Okay. So let's go ahead and save this and come back to the browser, and we will refresh. Cool, so there's our nav bar. That looks pretty good. There's some things I don't need in here. I don't really need this drop down link. I don't really need this search form here to search my site. I don't need this other drop down over here either. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of the things here. So we're going to pick and choose what we want. So starting at the top here, there's a link here that says brand inside of it. So I'm inside of the nav container, and the first div inside of it here has this guy, which has the class here of navbar-brand. Okay, and instead of brand, I want to actually call this one exceptional realty. That's good enough. We'll just say exceptional realty. And then down here we have the nav links. They have a little comment for us, which are all inside of an unordered list. So here you can see there's one that says link, another one that says link. These are each inside list items inside of this unordered list with the class of navbar nav. But I don't want this drop down one. This list item has a class of drop down. So I'm going to get rid of that entire list item. Okay. And I also do not want this form. So there's a form here that's the search form. We don't need that. Let's see. We also do not need this other drop down menu here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, for now, this list item with the class of drop down. So we've greatly simplified our nav bar. We basically have two unordered lists, one of them staying to the right, and this is going to be like our main nav links. And then below that we have another unordered list, and this is the navigation that stays to the right. I'm going to go ahead and make these my social. We'll just say social nav links. Okay. So we'll go ahead and grab the link code from the old site. So I'll go up to the top here. So these are the, I guess, the social icon ones. So here is like the class of this one is the class of twit, and Twitter will link to Twitter, I guess. So we'll go ahead and change that out. We'll replace it with this guy. So we'll just say Twitter, and we'll create another list item here, and inside of it we'll put the Facebook one. So we'll just paste our previous code in there, and we'll put another list item here, and we'll paste in the Google Plus link in that one. So each link gets its own list item. And then aside from the social links, we also had like the main links. So there was like the about page, the new properties page. In total, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 links there. So we'll just make 6 different links. Here we already have 2 links, so we'll just say, we'll copy that one and paste it. So we'll say 3, 4, 5, 6. And this first one is going to go to the About page. The second one is going to go to the New Properties page, it looks like. So we'll say New Properties. Then we have Listings. So this one will become Listings. This guy will become Market Report. So we'll just paste that in there, Market Report. And then we'll have Contact. Okay, and this one was the Housing and Urban Development website, and this one opened in a new tab, so I better add a target equals underscore blank here. All right, so now I have my navbar completed. We'll go ahead and come back to the browser and refresh, and looks like I have a typo there. For Twitter, what did I do here? Oh, we have an extra greater than symbol, it looks like. Let's try that again. There we go, that fixed it. So now we have, it says Exceptional Realty. We have About, New Properties, Listings, Market Report, Contact, Housing and Urban Development. And we will also have then our Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus links, and we can change these to navigation icons instead. Okay, but that's a pretty good start for our navigation bar. So we have our page laid out, and we have our navigation bar at the top of the screen. One cool thing about this is that this is responsive, and if we bring this guy in, what's going to happen when it gets smaller is it will start to stack like that. And then eventually it will say just Exceptional Realty here, and we get a drop-down menu with all of our different links automatically like that on mobile devices. Okay, so we can come back and tweak this a little bit later on, but for now that's pretty good. It shows you how to grab a component from Bootstrap. So here we just went into getbootstrap.com/components. And you can see there's many other components we could have done here, and we just decided to do like navbar. Okay, so that works out. Let's go ahead and come back to Git, and we will commit our changes here. So we'll do git add index, and we'll go ahead and do git commit -m, and we'll say finish navbar. Okay, and we will push this guy up, and that's to origin navbar branch, and we will then check out master and merge navbar into master because we like the changes so much, and then we'll go ahead and push this up as well. So we'll go ahead and do a git push origin master to finish it off, and now our master branch is all up to date. Okay, excellent. So we can check this out over here, refresh, and now we see our navbar component right here. Okay, excellent.